Hello everyone, welcome to Naomi's Bookshelf. I'm Naomi and I'm going to do the BookTube Newbie Tag even though I've been on BookTube for 7 months. This has been something I never have done. I've thought about it and I was like, oh, I can't anymore. I've been on BookTube way too long to do it. But I feel really new to this still and I feel like I'm still muddling my way through in some ways. So I'm going to do it anyways. So the first question is why do you want to join the BookTube community? Or why do you want to have a YouTube channel for it? And I am very excited to do this because I just love talking to people with books. Sorry, talking about books with people. And even if it's not in real life, I really wish I had more real life book nerd friends. And I don't have that many. I do have some, but it's not nearly like everyone has my same interests. So if I have some interests, I can go to some people's channels and find those interests and really talk to them about it and really embrace a certain book or certain genre, and I can't always do that in my real life. So question number 2, is what unique thing do you think you can bring to YouTube? And there's really not overly too much, I believe, that I can do that's super unique. I like doing what I like doing, and sometimes it's kind of normal, but I am doing a big classics series where I am reading giant classics. I've called it Timeless Tomes, and I am reading books over 500 pages that are considered classics. And so it's one of those things where it's daunting books that scare you, but I want to make a priority of my life to read those books, discuss them with you as the audience, and have an open discussion in the comments about these big, giant, scary books. So that's something that I have started last year, well, December, and I'm thrilled to keep doing it. Question number 3 is what are you excited about for this channel? And I just am excited and every day I'm still excited to read books and discuss them with others. I feel like everyone has an answer, but it's true. And also I'm just really excited for the challenges that I put before myself. And some of those are daunting, like my big classics one, or the fact I'm trying to read or watch a Shakespeare play a month. Those are just scary sometimes, but I like the challenge of it, and it's really pushing me outside my comfort zone in some ways. So as much as it's daunting, I am really enjoying the challenges, but I'm also just really enjoying talking about all my books with everyone. It's a lot of fun. So question number 4 is why do you love reading? The thing about loving reading, I think, is it just puts me in a different world. I love reading books that put me somewhere new, especially historical fiction or thrillers where it's a different society or different culture, and I have to really learn about that culture to really engross myself in it. Classics are a good one for that too. I also really, really love just being pulled out of a boring day, say a boring weekend, and being thrust into this crazy world where events happen and excitement is growing and adventures are ready to start. Those kind of things excite me, and I love reading and just discovering something new and learning from those books. I also just love historical fiction in a way it teaches me, and I can always learn and grow, and I don't have to be stagnant in my learning. I can keep pushing even though I'm not in school anymore. Question number 5 is what kind of books or series got you into reading? And without a doubt, it was the Magic Treehouse books by Mary Pope Osborne, it's a long series. It's very short books. They're definitely middle grade, and they're so wonderful. They're little mysteries about historical fiction, and it's really you can see if you look at my taste what I enjoy books. I love a good mystery set in the past, and so this is exactly that, where they have to solve something, have a couple clues, and then figure it all out. It's really historical fiction with a bit of time travel, but it's not the main focus. I loved the series growing up. My mom bribed me to read 3 books in a month for our chocolate bar when I was little, and this was the first series that I started reading, and then after that I couldn't stop reading. It got me hooked on this idea of what is in another time in history. So wonderful. Another book series that I definitely got hooked on was Dear Canada. As a Canadian, I really struggled to find books about Canadian history, or if I did find them, it was kind of boring. And so this was the first real kickstart into Canadian history and into historical fiction, my love of it. So this one in particular is Orphan at My Door. It follows the little, like the home children who were basically sent around, kind of like orphan trained children, to live with these other families and try to replace themselves basically. And so those ones were just incredible. They're based on not necessarily real people, but real events, and you really got to see those events through the eyes of the children in the home, which it's amazing what I learned through these books. Some of it still is with me. So definitely these two were my two probably Kickstarter books into series or genres that I really love to read to this day. So question number 6 is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? And there's several questions that I feel like I would ask. There's also some that I feel like I should learn as I go along. But one of my questions is lighting. I am struggling with the lighting situation that I have set up. I have all my lights on and I feel like it's not good enough. And I feel like some of those just more technical questions behind the scenes of YouTube, I would love to know more about. Editing software, thumbnails, you name it, those kind of things. I'd love tutorials on how best to edit your videos, how best to film, what like the lighting situation, or how to do thumbnails, things like that. Those would be amazing to see, or to have someone answer my questions about that, because it's a hard world if you're not used to it before you start. Question number 7 is, what is the hardest or the biggest hurdle that you're going to have as you start your channel or use your channel? And for me, I think my hardest challenge, the biggest obstacle I'm gonna face and still face and am facing, is that I am very much an introvert. And I know that's a lot of people, but for me, that means I really struggle to put myself out there. And when I have these situations where I have chronic migraines, and if they're really bad, and then I'm also an introvert, it's very hard for me to reach out to people and to really extend that information about me and try to make new connections. It's very hard for me to do even in my personal life, and I struggle with that a lot. It's something where I'm always growing as a person and needing to grow more. So that's something where online I am struggling with that as well. I'm always wanting to hear from anyone and talk to anyone, but it's hard for me to take that first step. I am always scared of failure or rejection, and that's something that I should not be so scared of, but it's something about me that I am trying to work on. So that's the end of the BookTube Newbie Tag. Thank you for watching. It's about 7 months late, but that's okay. I hope you have enjoyed my answers. Please let me know down below in the comments about what your thoughts are on these, and especially if you have a channel that you'd love me to check out. I'd love to see what your content is. I'm always looking for new BookTube friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.